All right, guys. So for lesson number 2, this is going to be a pretty short lesson. So just bear with me. And if you all have any questions, feel free to unmute yourselves and ask. If you want to ask in the chat, that's fine as well. Just keep in mind that as I'm presenting, it's hard for me to get back on the chat and to get back to presenting. So it'll be a lot better if you could go ahead and unmute yourselves instead of doing anything in the chat. So that would be a lot of help for me. Okay, so Ag Product ID lesson number 2. Thank you for joining. We are going to be learning about commodities today. And the objectives for today, the 4-H member will gain knowledge about commodities and grains grown in Texas, correctly identify commodities from the field to the plate, answer questions about the commodities production and industry. All right, so here we have a list of the top Texas commodities. And as you can see from this picture here on the right, one of our major commodities, the biggest one that we have is cattle. Cattle takes up about 10.5 billion that we produce in Texas alone. Cotton is 2.2 billion, milk 1.8 billion, broilers 1.7 billion, greenhouse and nursery 1.3, corn 1.2, grain sorghum 594 million, wheat 538, forestry 520, vegetables 439 million, and eggs 439 million as well. And these are just statistics that I got off of texasagriculture.gov. These may be a little different now. I believe I got these last year. I'm not sure if these numbers have changed much from then till now, but if you want to go ahead and look at that a little later, feel free to do so. All right, and I wanted to go ahead and specify as well where we do live in the Rio Grande Valley. We are very, we have a very unique, how do I say it? We have a very unique climate down here to where, you know, we can kind of grow things almost all year round because it doesn't necessarily get very cold. And the key crops that we have here in the Rio Grande Valley are vegetable crops, citrus, row crops, sugarcane, corn, grains, and cotton. So those are the major key crops that we actually grow down here in the Rio Grande Valley. All right, so we're going to touch on wheat. Texas winter wheat is planted and sprouts in the fall, becomes dormant in the winter, and grows again in the spring, and is harvested in early summer. About 6 million acres of wheat is planted each year, and this is for Texas alone. So 40 to 50% of Texas wheat is grazed out as forage, which what they mean by that is feed for cattle. 55 to 60% of Texas wheat is harvested for the grain. And here are some facts in reference to wheat. Wheat has been a staple for over 12,000 years. Wheat is grown in 42 states in the United States. There are 6 classes of wheat grown in the US. Texas grows hard red winter wheat and some soft red winter wheat. Hard red winter wheat is used for yeast breads, hard rolls, and bagels. Soft red winter wheat is used for flatbreads, cakes, pastries, and crackers. More foods are made with wheat than any other cereal grain. Wheat is produced and sold in a term called a bushel. So as you can see, which I'm sure a lot of y'all didn't realize this, that there's different kinds of wheat, which was something that I really wasn't aware of either before. And each wheat helps make a certain kind of product. So 1 bushel of wheat, which is how they normally, whenever they do go ahead and harvest it, they get put into bushels. So 1 bushel of wheat weighs 60 pounds. It yields about 42 pounds of flour, makes 90 1-pound loaves of whole wheat bread, fills 53 boxes of cereal, makes 72 pounds of flour tortillas, and makes about 42 pounds of pasta or 210 servings of spaghetti. So as you can see, there's a lot that can come out of 1 bushel of wheat. Other wheat uses are they can make straw particle board, wood, which is used in kitchen cabinets, paper, hair conditioners, adhesives on postage stamps, medical swabs, charcoal, biodegradable plastic cleaning utensils. So wheat isn't just made for things that you consume. They are also used to make other things, as you can see in the examples below. So all of us have either come in contact with wheat or have eaten something that contains wheat. All right, the next commodity we're going to go over is corn. Texas corn production contributes billions of dollars to the state's economy. A recent Texas A&M AgriLife study found that corn contributes more than $3.5 billion and over 22,000 jobs to the High Plains region alone. So corn is a very big commodity that is pretty much a staple for us, especially down here as well, but all over Texas. Irrigated corn accounts for approximately 65 to 70% of the state's corn production, while just 40% of total corn acres in Texas are irrigated. In 2017, Texas corn growers planted almost 2.24 million acres, that's a lot of land, yielded an average of 140 bushels per acre, and produced more than 314 million bushels of corn. Other corn uses. Corn is used for over 4,200 purposes, with new uses being developed. 96% of corn grown is fed to livestock. Nearly 4,000 food items in a grocery store contain corn ingredients. Biofuel such as ethanol is produced from corn oil, starch, sweeteners, and crayons. All right, the next commodity we're going to go over is peanuts. Texas is the second largest peanut producing state in the nation. Texas farmers produce hundreds of millions of peanuts every year and ship them around the state, country, and world. So as you can see on this picture on the right, for instance, so if you have ever competed in an ag product ID contest, which I believe most of you have, if they were to ask anything in reference to a peanut, more than likely they may have peanuts in their shell on a plate on the table in front of you for you to identify the peanut. And they may ask, it may have what kind of peanut it is. And then they're going to ask you a question in reference to it. So, it's good to be able to identify or know what a peanut looks like, which most of us do. Peanuts are things that a lot of us are exposed to. They're things that we've eaten growing up. Our parents introduce us to those things, but it's good to identify them how they look in a shell and to be able to identify their seeds as well, because you never know. They may take the shell off of the peanut and put the seeds on a plate, and if you're not familiar with what the seed looks like, you could miss the question and later on realize, oh, that was a peanut. I didn't think about it. So, it's good to know how it looks in the shell and outside of the shell. So peanuts are not nuts. They are legumes like beans, peas, and lentils. So that might be a question that is asked to you during the Ag Product ID contest. They may ask, what is a peanut considered? And one of the options may be a nut or a legume or whatever options they add on there. So it's good to know that peanuts are actually not nuts. The peanut plant originated in South America. Peanuts account for 2/3 of all snack nuts consumed in the US. 1 acre of peanuts will make 30,000 peanut butter sandwiches. That's a lot of sandwiches. Peanut butter is the leading use of peanuts in the US. It takes almost 850 peanuts to make an 18-ounce jar of peanut butter. So that's actually a lot of peanuts to make that jar that you see sitting in the grocery store. So like I said this was going to be a short lesson, but we're going to go ahead and do a little activity, okay? So I'm going to want you all to unmute and answer the question that comes up, okay, guys? So like I said, these are some different, this lesson was going over commodities, which are a lot of things that are grown. And a lot of the times whenever you do see these things at an Ag Product ID contest, it's a good thing to become familiar with whether that item, what items are grown nearby. Because a lot of the times, the people that put on the Ag Product ID contest, they're gonna try and gather either seeds, they're gonna try and gather plants or anything that is local to the region. So it's good to know what's grown locally depending on where the contest is at. All right, so here's the first one. We're gonna do a seed identification contest. So what kind of seeds are these? And the hint is that this commodity is used to make flour. So does anybody know what kind of seed this is? Does anybody want to take a guess? I have my chat open if you don't feel comfortable unmuting.
Wheat seeds.
Awesome, you are correct. Did you do your homework? Yes, that is a good job. Yes, those are wheat seeds. So like I said, whenever you are going through the contest, more than likely they will have something like this in front of you on a plate on the table, and they're going to ask you, you know, what is this? And then if you get that right, which hopefully, you know, you do, then you're able to answer the second question that they ask, which will be in reference to what is this? Okay, what is this one? So a hint is that this is used to make paint, but another hint is that it is also used to make peanut butter.
Peanuts.
There you go. Yes. So these are peanuts, and actually if you think about it, you know, as far as whenever you are consuming peanuts, I don't really pay much attention to what the seed looks like. I just kind of break the shell and just throw it in my mouth. But you know, if you need to take a second to take a look at that seed, because this is what they look like, which at first I was looking at it and I was like, huh, what are those? I didn't quite realize that they were actually peanuts. All right, this one's a pretty easy one. At least I think it's pretty easy.
Corn.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, this one is corn, which everybody should know what this is because we love to eat corn down here, especially corn in a cup, corn on a cob, all of that. So the hint for this is this item is found in livestock feed. So corn is something that we are actually we are exposed to a lot, and a lot of us growing up, we know exactly what this is. So this should be a very simple one to be able to identify if you were to see it right in front of you. All right, I want to see if anybody knows what these are.
Sunflower seeds.
Yeah, there you go. Awesome. So yes, these are sunflower seeds. And the hint for this was they come from a flower. So actually sunflower seeds, which this is something that I learned in college, which I had never occurred to me. But sunflower seeds, they're harvested from sunflowers. And there is, we do grow them down here. They're not, I don't know if any of you all have actually seen a field of sunflowers, but we do have some that are grown down here. And sunflower seeds are actually harvested after the sunflowers have wilted over. So the sunflower looks like almost like it's dead. And that's when the farmer, whoever, that's when they actually go and harvest these sunflower seeds. They don't harvest them when the sunflowers are standing up very pretty, which a lot of people take pictures with them and all of that. They're actually harvested once the sunflower is actually wilting over. So that's just a little fact for you, some information on that. But yeah, I'm happy y'all got this one. I was wondering who was going to get it and realize what it is, which sunflower seeds are another one where those are pretty easily consumed as far as when you go to the store. A lot of people like to buy those. Okay, so other activities that you all can do, the Texas Department of Agriculture, if you want to go to that website, that's that's one of the websites where I got the top commodities in Texas. Like I said, the one at the beginning of the slide, that was actually, I got that last year, so that may be different depending on, you know, with changes, especially everything with COVID and the weather right now with all the crops, those stats may have changed from then compared to now. And I actually do have another little game. I'm gonna see, let me see if I can get it to work for you guys. And this one, so some of these you all already identified. So we're gonna see how it works on here. So this is Kahoot. I don't know if you all have ever played this before, but so if you can go ahead and if you all have a phone, if you can get on Kahoot, join at www.kahoot.it and then put in that game pin. So that way we can go ahead and have y'all play. Or y'all can even do it on your iPad.
Miss, what is it? Like, what's the link?
So if you type in this website up here, that's www.kahoot.it. So type that into your browser, and then it should pop up for you to input a game pin. And the game pin is going to be 6662111.
Can you please repeat the game pin?
Yes, 6662111.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There you go. Eileen is in. There we go. Awesome, guys. All right, let's get started. Can y'all see my screen?
No, it's still on the slideshow.
Oh, okay. Okay, let me. There we go. Okay, can y'all see it now?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, we're gonna get started. All right, like I said, y'all did some of these already, so good job. All right, next one. There you go. And you also get a better score the faster you click your answer, okay? Awesome. All right. Nice job, Eileen. All right, let's see what's next. True or false? Is this corn? True or false? True. Nice job. All right, these next ones might be a little difficult, so let's see what y'all know, okay? What is this? Which of these is the what is this commodity pictured? Peanuts. So that is actually what peanuts look like being grown. They're grown in rows like that. So is that wheat? Yeah, there you go. So what is being harvested below? Peanuts, yes. Good job, Aiden. All right, 2 more questions. Nice. All right, Eileen, Aiden's catching up to you. All right, last question. So what are they harvesting below? What does that look like? Wheat, yes. Nice job, guys. Awesome. Did y'all like that game? Should I do more of those at the end?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes,
Awesome.
you should.
Awesome. Okay, guys. Well, that's all I have for you for today. Do y'all have any questions for me?
No, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. If y'all have any questions, have your parents email me, or if you all want to email me, you can. Have a great evening. Have a good rest of your week and weekend, and I'll see y'all in the next lesson.
Okay, bye. Bye. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.